Hi. So I would like to take a few minutes to walk you through how the Guild works, how the platform works. I want you to be able to navigate through it really easily so you can find exactly what you're looking for. So first of all, it's set up a little bit like streaming TV services. So hopefully it's a little bit intuitive because you've gotten used to those maybe. But let's go ahead and take a look, and I hope that it answers any questions that you have. All right, so when I go in, my screen looks like this. Big picture of me on the front. If you click here, it's essentially just the welcome. It's how this guild works, what you can expect, how you can navigate through it. So that's kind of what's here, and we put that there for brand new people. We're getting new members all the time. The guild is growing and growing, which is amazing. And so we want them to be able to figure out how to use it and what's in it. So that's kind of the first thing you see. Then you scroll down and you see Foundations, Season 1. So that's what we're just wrapping up, right? We did Foundations, that was Season 1. There's 14 episodes, they're all listed here. The first one listed, however, is the last episode that came available, the most recent episode. And we put it first so that when you log on, you can look and see if there's a brand new episode that you haven't seen. You don't have to scroll all the way to the end to check out if there's a new episode. We do that because we think it's easier for you. It might be a little more clunky for brand new users because if they go on, they see this new episode, 13, they actually have to scroll all the way to here to see the beginning episodes of the season. And you can just keep going through and it'll cycle around and around. An easy way to do it is just to click View All. So when you click View All, it actually gives you all the episodes in a season. But let's not go there quite yet. I want to show you the front page. So, front page. First is Season 1, Foundations. Soon, there'll be another one under there that says Season 2, Worsted. Under that, there is a new Spinners playlist, and that's essentially a curated playlist that we've made that we think would be good for brand new spinners. So we took not whole episodes, but segments from episodes and put them in an order that we thought made sense for people that were brand new to spinning. Now that is in order. So the first one that you would watch would be this, and then Wool Talk, and then all the drafts, and then Short Forward Draft, and on and on. Again, you can click on View All, and you will see them in order. So that's kind of, if you're brand new to spinning, that's kind of what we think is a good place to start. If I click right up here on the PLY Spinners Guild, or browse either one, it will take me back to the front page. So we've got Foundations, Season 2 will be right here, new Spinners playlist, and down here is the spin-ins. Now, the Guild has 2 spin-ins a month. Right now, as of January 2025, the spin-ins are on Sundays. They're the first Sunday and the third Sunday of every single month. And we know they're on the same day, but we do vary the times so that we can cover more people. So the first Sunday of every month, we have a spin-in at 5 p.m. Pacific time. You don't have to live in Pacific time, clearly, but you have to do that math. Also, when we send out emails about the spin-ins, there's a little link that you can click that will tell you what time it is in your own time zone. So, first Sunday, 5 p.m. Pacific. The third Sunday of every month, we have one at 10 a.m. Pacific. And we do that not only because we have Guild members all over the world, and we want to give the best chance for everyone to be able to attend at least one a month, but also because we know people are busy. Some people go to church and 10 a.m. doesn't work for them, but 7 hours later at 5 p.m. might work better. So we have spin-ins every single month. They last 90 minutes, they're super fun. And we know that you can't always attend, and so we record them. And the recorded spin-ins are here always. The most recent one is first, and you can scroll back and you can see, or you can again view all, and you can see all of the recorded spin-ins that we have. So that's that playlist. Let's go back to the front page again. So again, Foundations, and then whatever season's after, new spinner playlist, spin-ins. Down here is our Make a Yarn collection. Now, Make a Yarn is the Guild's kind of spin along. We've worked for about a year trying to figure out how to really make that work, but we have a new format coming up, so stick around and you'll hear how that's gonna go. But essentially we have a teacher spin something and walk and talk you through it while they're doing it. Something that hopefully corresponded with the lesson that they taught. And the idea is that you don't have to know everything to spin a yarn. You're never gonna know everything to spin a yarn. So they're just gonna walk you through kind of where we are at that moment. And you can follow along and spin the yarn and talk about it and ask questions in the spin-ins and show it off. So that's the Make a Yarn collection. Under that is the Teacher Tea collection. The Teacher Tea collection is all of the segments where when we had a teacher come, the teacher and I sat down for anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half, honestly, and we drank tea and we spilled tea, which essentially just means that we talked. We talked about life, community, spinning, their history. It's one of my favorite things about the Guild is getting to know teachers on a personal level in like a really community-minded kind of way. So that's the Teacher Tea collection. Alrighty, down here we have Local Spinning Shop collection. We only have 2 in there right now, but hopefully someday we'll have more. Again, all of these collections, all of these playlists, if you will, have this View All button where you can click on them and see everything that's in that collection. So if you are a long time Guild member, or even a brand new Guild member, you likely see another playlist, one that comes up at the top right here above Foundations. And that is a Continue Watching. So let's go in and kind of populate that and see how it works. So I'm just going to go into View All in Foundations. And I'm going to click, oh goodness, let's say we watch, let's watch New to Fleece with Maggie Casey, all right? So if I go into here, I can actually already see that I have watched on this profile all of the first 3 segments completely. See how the white bar is filled up. These don't have any white bars on them, so I haven't even started those. I'll tell you a secret, I have seen all of them. But if I go into one and I click play, I have it unmuted so that we can just see what's happening instead of having to hear me talk over it. So this is Maggie, wonderful Maggie, talking about hand carding, and say I watch it to about right there. Alrighty? And then I have to run out. I have to go make dinner for the kids. So I go up here, I turn it off, I do whatever, and I come back later. If I come back later, what should be is under Continue Watching, which is now above Foundations. It should be that segment of that episode, and it'll show me exactly where I am. So I can do that, and let's just do a couple more. Let's watch this, all the drafts. I should have picked one that's not me, but, and say I watch it to like here. And then, oh my gosh, I get sick of looking at my own face, so I turn it off. But now what's going to happen is that one is also populated up here in the Continue Watching. Also notice when you hover over them, they tell you what the episode's about. Okay, so say I absolutely don't want to look at my face anymore, and I'm never gonna watch the rest of this episode, but I don't want to have to keep seeing it in Continue Watching. I'm just gonna click on it, and then I'm going to fast forward to the end, so way over here. Let it close. Did I push play? There we go. Let it close. Go back to the front page, and that one should now be gone. So now the only one that I want to watch that I haven't watched all of is New to Fleece with Maggie Casey. So that's how you get rid of the ones that are on your Continue Watching if you want to. So let me show you something else that's excellent. We're going to go into drum carding with Roy, and you can see here I've watched all of the first one. Let's say we go into this one here. Start drum carding, building about. and I go in here and I watch the whole thing. And I want to watch the next segment. Like, I want more. And let's fast forward. We've watched the whole thing. I want to watch the next segment. I am spinning, so I don't want to get up. I don't have hands to do anything with. So I'm just going to sit here and wait. Now, what you can see here is this pops up, and it'll play the next segment automatically if I just wait 30 seconds. It counts down 19, 18. You've seen this in other streaming services. You can also click it if you want to, if you don't want to wait, but you can also just wait 12 seconds, and then it automatically starts the next one. And that'll go through all of the segments of a single episode. Some episodes have 4, some have 13, but it'll play every one of them in order until you stop it. Okay, let me show you this part though. So say I watch this to about half, and then I gotta go do something else. So I turn it off, I come back later, and it's now up here, all right? So I go ahead and I click it, and I watch the rest of it. Because I navigated to it from the continue watching menu, if I get to the end of this now, it's not going to play the next one. There we go. It's not going to play the next one because it's a one-off video from my continue watching playlist. It's not going to automatically play the next one of Roy's. To do that, I actually have to navigate to the episode. But now notice that Roy's gone. He's no longer here because I finished. I actually have to navigate to the episode and click on one of the segments in the episode. Then it will automatically play the next one. Okay, there's also a thing called My List. My List, if you want to use it whenever you find an episode or even just a segment that you want to make sure you don't miss, you want to put on your queue essentially, you can just click My List. If I add it to my list, I can also remove it from my list. But now, let's just go do a few of those. Scroll down to, how about I want to watch this whole entire episode, right there. So now, if I go up to the top, I've got continue watching, and then I've got my list. Let's add this one to my list. And then let's reload it. So now I've got continue watching, and I've got these episodes that I've saved that are on my list that I know that I want to watch, or I want to bookmark maybe, just so that I can go back and refer to it whenever I want to. It's easily marked. So you can view all here again. You can see everything that's in your personal list. You can also click on them, and that will remove them from your list. So now we're going back to the front page. Notice that clicking on the PLY Spinners Guild or the browse button takes you back to the front page. Okay, so I've still got to continue watching. So if I'm coming back and I want to know where I was, that's where I was. Or I can scroll down and start watching any of these. Again, you can move through it this way, or you can click View All. And I think that that's basically the gist of how it works. Oh, you can also browse. So if I go to browse, sorry, browse is what we've been doing. I meant you can search. If I go to search, I can type in, what if I want to look at videos that have Deb in them? So I click in Deb, and it gives me 15 altogether, 13 videos and 2 collections. So 2 seasons or episodes that are all about Deb. If I want to do, say, Stephanie. So I just click in Steph, and everything that has Stephanie in it comes up. If I want to see which videos have my cats, there's 7 of them where a cat has wandered in. 4 videos, 3 collections. What about if I want to know about spindles? So if I click on spindles, you can see here that not only are there episodes about spindles, but there's also spin-ins. If you look here, you can see all of these spin-ins where we talk about spindles. You can load more and see all the spin-ins, or the spindle stuff. What about, have we talked about cotton? So Deb talked about cotton here. You can also from here add these to your list. And then there's been several spin-ins where we talked about cotton and a Sharka episode. So we want, what if we want heavenly? Click on heavenly, and here's all the stuff, including spin-ins, that heavenly was featured in. So that's kind of a nice feature that if you're looking for something specific, you can just go to the search and find it. There are also the forums. So clicking on the forums, which only work if you're on a computer, not on your mobile app. So there's the forums where people are chatting and talking about things. So that is how you navigate around the Guild.